So just kind of for myself, I guess, is an intro. How do you have something specific in mind that you are looking for to improve with your dubs? Are you looking for general stuff? Kind of give me some information on what you're looking for. Also, what character you're specifically playing here and all that stuff.
I'm the Incineroar in all
Okay.
of the VODs.
Okay.
I think generally it feels like my disadvantage is super mashy, and I need to stop doing that.
Okay.
Um, uh, so tips on that would be
Sure.
much appreciated.
Sure.
And I think other stuff would just be mostly general
Yeah.
ideas and concepts
Okay.
that I think I'm just
Sure.
missing.
Yeah, I'll try and keep an eye out on stuff like that. I'm assuming this is your static partner.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So I imagine you guys already have some level of synergy, and I'll
Yeah,
keep an
we've
eye
been
out for that.
teaming for about a year.
Oh, nice, nice. Do you do exclusively doubles, or do you play singles as well?
Uh, I played a lot of singles up until quarantine started, and then I kind of stopped because I didn't want to do Wi-Fi.
Okay, are these matches
These are
here?
offline.
These are
These are
offline.
offline.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, yeah, then we'll just get into it.
Okay.
So Incineroar, I know, tends to be one of those characters that, given a proper teammate, can be very destructive. Obviously, character hits like a truck. You've got some revenge shenanigans. Um, does he play Kirby? It seems like. Okay.
Kobe and Meta Knight.
Kirby Meta Knight? Okay, so I'm sure you guys are doing some stuff there, but we'll get in the. I'll try and get a feel for it. Mind you, like I said, this is my first time kind of doing double, so I might have to go back over a couple things and kind of just try and clarify because there's so much,
Yeah, that's
twice as
fine.
much information. So I think I see what you mean right out the gate there. How you were like the mashy
Yeah,
disadvantage,
yeah.
and
I
and
immediately
you're
go
just
for
immediate
revenge.
immediate revenge. Um, and on one hand, I get it. Like it's a really quick move in that sense. You want to try and get, obviously if you get revenge, it gets people off you. When you're playing in doubles or singles or whatever it is, are you finding yourself getting into like an autopilot state, or do you think you have a little bit more
Yes,
awareness?
I think I autopilot
Okay.
extremely hard.
Do you are you still practicing singles, or are you pretty much only playing doubles at this point? Like even not
I play
necessarily in a
I,
tournament, but you still play it.
I play singles. I just don't enter it in brackets
Okay,
at the
okay.
moment.
So I say that because in doubles you have a lot of information coming at you, so it might be harder for you to kind of keep track of yourself and
Yeah,
your opponent.
I think that's a big problem. Is once we get into the scramble situations, like you saw there, where all four of us were on top of each
Yeah,
other, that's when I start going for autopilot
yeah.
options.
So what I want you to do in your singles match, and this will kind of bleed over into your doubles. In the singles, you really need to start holding yourself accountable of those actions. When you're in an interaction, try and have a little bit of thought on if it goes wrong. So like, let's say you go for a sequence, and like right here, right where you do the revenge. Um, you go for the revenge, and then after when it doesn't work, I want you to try and like acknowledge that it doesn't work, and then quickly ask yourself why. Like, did
Okay.
it's be like, okay, so let's see, you revenge. There's no one here, and there's not even a
Yeah.
hitbox there. Everyone's it's
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, you could be like, okay, I revenge, but no one died in an attack. The scramble ended. It was just that one sequence with I think the Squirtle aerial or whatever, and that was
Yeah.
another Kirby move. So try and ask yourself that, and you can apply this concept in doubles as well. But ask yourself that, and that's going to help you kind of ward off that autopilot a little bit. You'll still get into it. We all do. But the goal is so that you're able to, at first, catch these mistakes after the fact, and then with repeated effort, you get better at catching them before. So,
Yeah.
like, you'll get into a scenario, you'll go, I'm getting hit here. Maybe I'll just jump away, right? Maybe I don't need to mash down B. This isn't a combo. This is a scramble where you have nothing more than a wild guess as to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff's going to help you there. And doubles does get a bit hectic. And then in doubles, you might be able to use that uh, because you generally try to be more aware in doubles. You might be able to use that general awareness to kind of also keep track of yourself, right? The effort you're putting into keeping an eye on these three, you should also give yourself that same luxury, and that's going to help you just generally understand the game state better. So I'm going to try and focus on primarily you here, more so than your
Yeah.
teammate, just to give you the most of it. I like that stuff there. I like the combo sequence you guys went for there. I like the little back and forth, and that's good. Here,
I should have up smashed right there,
I was
honestly.
honestly I was thinking something like that, or maybe even like a short hop nair or short hop up air,
Yeah.
something to
Yeah.
throw out a occupy space. But this is a really
Yeah,
greedy.
that was. Yeah, that
That's a really
was. Yeah.
greedy read. And it seems like your opponent here obviously is in grand finals, so these guys are
Yeah.
comparable to you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let's preface this. This is first, second, and third of the singles tournament, and then me who went 1-2.
Okay, okay. No, and that's totally understandable. You can be a monster in doubles, but not have that same success in singles, so it's understandable. But you can see that these guys, even this Joker right here, he knows like jump out of there, like get away, do
Yeah.
something, and then he ends up punishing you because you're kind of just
Yeah,
you're
I picked a
not.
super laggy option.
Sometimes it's better to rinse and repeat those quick light options. I mean, Incineroar up air is super strong at that. It's
Yeah.
just so good at catching people. Rinse and repeat that instead of having to go for these crazy kills, especially when you break it into the 1v1s like you guys did here. Because this
Yeah.
runs the risk of you losing, you get knocked off stage, and then either you get gimped or your teammate gets double teamed.
I think that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, and it's like now you don't want to play that,
Yeah.
and like your teammate's struggling to get past Squirtle, and then you're just getting kind of
Yeah.
messed up by a Joker with Arsene as Incineroar, which is not easy.
Yeah.
But you ended up catching with the side beats, which is pretty good. I mean, you are limited there, and I don't think you handled that disadvantaged state bad. I think you kind of worked your way back. You clearly made it back, which is good. That command grab is really rough for a lot of people to deal with if they aren't perfect.
Yeah.
So in that case, you did really well there. And now you guys have kind of swapped the match, and now he gets
Yeah.
Kirby ends up there taking him, which is good. Um, little excessive on the roll there, but he ended up not getting punished, so not too bad. Just be careful about that. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
better to hold shield too. I mean, neither of these characters are killing you off kill throws at this, especially
Yeah.
at this percent. So you don't need to feel like you can panic. Like if he hits your shield, I 100% assure you, there's not a single grounded move Joker has in his arsenal or a rising aerial that you cannot punish with an out of shield option.
Yeah.
And you also, I mean, you said you're a static teammate with this guy. You need to have confidence in him, or especially if it's in person, communicate with him. Hey, can you give me a little hand here, or something like that?
Yeah.
And that communication goes a long way. You end up going for the side B, then you get a down B. Surprisingly, I was a little surprised by that hit, but you get it. Um, I'm not sure what this was, so you.
A whole lot of back airs. The idea is that he either SDIs out of the dare
Uh huh.
or gets popped out into my back air, and then Kobe can follow it with another
So
back air.
you were kind of hoping he would go to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I also just misspaced it
Yeah, that because like
because
you're
I could
not
hit
really
him right.
moving, so that's
Yeah,
what I was wondering.
I needed to fade back further to actually hit him.
Okay, why go for the back air here? Why not just F smash? If he's falling into down air, you just F smash, Tipper F smash.
True, I honestly never thought of that.
Or if you're really unsure, maybe you could go for neutral B with that lariat and lingers, kind of fall into him with it. Obviously,
Yeah,
I saw the idea there with the back air, right? Like you're kind of gonna ping pong him back and forth, but you have
yeah,
this guy coming in immediately, so
yeah,
you might get your little sequence, but he's gonna come in here and try, and then he hits you, right?
yeah,
And then the stuff happens. So I I understand the intention, and it could definitely work. It's something that you guys probably have your own dynamic of, but that was an instance where you might have been able to get a crazy good punish off it really quick.
yeah,
Hit him with a bat, or hit him with an F smash, hit him with an up smash, even run up smash. You have that distance between you and Kirby. I know Mewtwo King, the player.
yeah,
I was playing against him once, and he plays in Center and doubles a lot too because he's such a strong powerhouse character. And he was playing with Epic Gabriel's Rob, and I was fighting him, and they were super good at just Rob down throw berry tipper F smash. But they would
yeah.
do a
We
lot of
do we do that a lot in this set. You'll see it later
yeah they
because Kobe down throw does the same thing.
yeah they would do a lot of sequences like that. So I think you
Yeah,
looking for those opportunities off maybe not the most obvious instances. So it doesn't have to be like a down throw. It's maybe more like, oh, let me just try and do it off this down air where it's literally dragging him into the ground.
yeah,
But I mean, the back air is a little bit less committal. It's just you kind of weren't executing on it perfectly. But
yeah,
just some additional thoughts you could keep in mind, or maybe throw out one back air and be like, okay, this isn't working, and go hit the Squirtle so he doesn't come and punish you for free.
yeah.
Then you ended up getting hit by the star thing from
The
Kirby.
star, yeah,
Yeah, yep. So you're back at the ledge, and you're holding your stock, which is good. I mean, you're a heavy like that, so that's what you're going to be doing a lot of the time. Oh, I like that. That was a really good recovery on your part. Okay, so let's get back into this. So you go here, you down
yeah.
tilt, you get
Yeah,
grabbed. Your Kirby's kind of just working its way over there. He's just slow. I mean, you guys are both slow. So
we're both slow
that's one of the
characters.
downsides. As an Olimar player, I totally understand that. Um, you get knocked off. Really solid recovery here. Loving the use of that armor on the up B. You get back, and then you end up
Roll
rolling.
right into that. Yeah,
And
there
here,
was no reason to roll there.
here, you get. I don't think you can do anything.
I think if I didn't revenge, I was dead.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you know what frame revenge comes out? If not, I can look it up real
It's
quick.
frame 3.
Frame three. Your air dodge is frame three, correct?
Yes. But
So
wouldn't I still have been hit by the up air?
neutral air dodge.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah.
So you could have neutral air dodge there. I think the revenge was a good idea, but it was one of those like perfectly spaced, like he's just kind of hovering around you,
Yeah.
put you in a bad spot. So then, yeah, in that case, you would go, okay, I revenged, I got punished, and then you go, well, maybe I could have neutral air dodged, okay, or maybe I could hit, and then if you don't like that sequence, you kind of take a step back, like you said, you're like, I shouldn't have rolled there. It was your,
Yeah.
it was your teammate who was at the ledge that, doing the bullet seed. So like right here, a regular get up would have been ideal.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure maybe you panicked because you're on the ledge too or whatever, but just
Yeah. I
kind
think I
of
was afraid of an Arsene anything
yeah,
because I'm at 170.
yeah. No, I totally get it. But there you could just kind of you could either look at this
I could have
sequence,
just waited.
you could look at yeah, you could look at this sequence, you could look at that sequence, but there's a couple different areas in which you could try something different that might have worked a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it's alright. You end up getting your stock taken, and now you're back into it. Now you've got a fresh stock, so you got a lot to work with. And honestly, you guys are doing pretty solid. I would say you're in the lead here for sure. Um,
Yeah.
just because you're gonna kill a lot easier than they are, especially if he's not playing like Charizard or anything like that. If he's trying to go Squirtle.
Yeah.
So you're going for down tilt a lot at the ledge. Like that's I think the second or third time I've seen you go for it.
Yeah. I
And
try to get the two frame on the Joker.
it doesn't seem to be hitting as much. So maybe
Yeah.
opt for something ledge trap based. Because you guys seem to get into a lot of 1v1s or sequences like this. So if you're doing this, you down tilt and then he rolls, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Yeah.
And you go
I
back.
even read the roll.
Yeah, and then you just end up doing nothing. So I think you need to be a little
Yeah.
bit more confident in your like kind of like ledge trapping or conditioning
Yeah.
there, and go like, all right, I'm gonna down tilt here. If it maybe like, let's see how many times you down tilt. I think it was two times. It could have
I
been
think
wrong
it's
though.
twice.
So you go
I
for
know in
one,
another one
two.
I
All
yeah.
right, yeah. So you go for two, right? So
I should
after,
have just neutral beat right there.
yeah, yeah, a neutral B would have worked. You could have done like a rising there and occupied the space really awkwardly.
Yeah.
Um, but what you do is, and you might have thought about this, but this is something to try and break that autopilot mold. You down tilt once while it's coming up, then you down tilt another, and you're like, now I'm gonna run back, and you do that. But then you need to be consciously going, I'm running back to punish what he's doing. So then you can be
Yeah.
like, run back neutral B, right? Because
Yeah.
you're attempting to force him over to this spot.
Yeah.
And that's what you want with that. And your partner's here too, so you guys can follow. Maybe even if you shield something, you can create like a block string, something like that. But you need
Yeah.
to acknowledge what you're doing with those down tilts, why you're doing them, and what your ideal result is. Like you go, all right, my first layer of scenario is I hit him with a down tilt and then I combo it like a back air or something, right?
Yeah.
Or all right, and then if that one doesn't work, then I try and condition him to like roll, and then I do that. And you kind of had the basis for that, but it seemed more like you were just kind of flinching in that regard, or you were just kind of like playing without really thinking about it. So you ran
Yeah.
back, and then you didn't recognize what was happening. You weren't confident in your ability to do it. So then you end up flubbing your punish.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good combo by them. I like the high recovery there. Score to let you get back on. So here you get like knocked up, you air dodge. You drop
Yeah.
down with what looks like a nair, but you end up
Yeah. I
trading.
nared. I
No, you
traded with
didn't.
my teammate.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So you're back up, and then you go down for the fair there. Not terrible.
That
There's another
that
mash
side view
again.
was so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one of those, and I imagine I'll be seeing a lot more of this throughout the session.
Yes.
But why I'm hammering it into you now is like you really have to just try and call that out. It's okay if you do it again, like maybe you're practicing later today and you do it, but after it's happening, especially if it's not working, even if it is working, you can kind of recognize it. But if it's not working, you need to be like, that didn't work. I shouldn't have done that. I can't mash my way out of disadvantage all the time. If you want to do that, play Game and
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
Um,
I should have just converted and gone straight to the Squirtle. I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
Right.
like yeah, you get hit away here, and then
Yeah.
what if you side B this way?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I should have just gone straight for the
well, you're
Squirtle.
coming at an arson. Why would you ever approach an arson Joker? No,
Yeah.
don't do that. Um,
Yeah.
so it's those things to keep in mind, and it's okay if you pick it up after the fact, but just you need to try and acknowledge it mentally. Like talk to yourself in that sense, or verbalize it or something if you have to. Be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's something so you're making a conscious effort to recognize it, and that will help you get better at recognizing it in the future and then being more preemptive with it next time. But yes, I would have definitely recommended going to Squirtle here, not only
Yeah.
because you don't want to fly into that, but also because your teammate's on the ledge and you need to
Yeah.
back him up. Okay, so that was a sequence.
The Joker got back aired.
Yeah, he got back here. No, they just. I think they handled their year like the way you recover here. Like you get back because they kind of just botched that in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like he F smashes you here and you don't die, but then the Joker's so preoccupied with him.
yeah,
I don't know why I'm coaching for them. He's so preoccupied with going down there. So that lets you make it back, which is good. If they're going to give you those opportunities, definitely take them. All right, I like the roll there's not too bad. Same thing again though. You know they don't have a kill throw. If you're not the roll, I definitely like to do them too. Just something to be mindful of if they're starting to punish those. Maybe holding shield or jumping away or something like that could be better for you.
yeah,
Good save by your partner. You down air him, but it's alright. You get
yeah.
back.
I try to cheat with the down air off of the
Yeah.
Kobe down air.
Nah, I gotcha. But that's alright. As long as you're not dead, that's the important thing. I think you could have jumped up with a back air there.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
just noticed that when you
just
were
a
saying
little bit
it.
of a slowness that like he hits him. You just
Yeah,
rise up, jump out of shield. You're not gonna get hit. Maybe
yeah,
it was just one of those kind of scared things. Don't want to risk it. Your kill percent
yeah,
at the ledge with an arson back air or something. I like the patience there on you. Yeah, it seems like when you're in the neutral here, you're kind of playing it all right. It's just you really get fidgety when you start getting hit, or when you're in a
yeah,
scuffle, which is generally where it is, because doubles is such a uh, it's such an overloading type of meta, because you have to
yeah,
keep up with so much. So let's see what happens here. Like right here, your boy's off stage and he's going high, so that's good. I noticed you go for the side B, not too bad. And he hits you with something light. I like the roll away there, and now you're kind of back into like a neutral state with that Ivy sword just kind of going back and forth. And I think you recover wisely here. You don't want to try and force your way down. You recognize that it's better just to retreat.
yeah. That was just a panic roll.
Bit of a questionable roll there. Like you go for the grab here. There's another one of
Ju-
those shield, just shield.
Yeah,
You know he's not gonna kill you. He can't even reach you if you shield him. He does not gonna kill you. He definitely can't kill you for shielding. Your
yeah.
teammate's coming back. You need to find comfort in that.
I
Because
could have even just gone for an up air, try to hit the
you
Joker.
literally could have just not. You could have done anything
Yeah,
except run into this. Um, so something to keep in mind. And if you're, I mean, you could try doing this with your teammate too, because he can kind of be like a way to kind of pull you out of that autopilot. Be like, yo, if you find me, you know, rolling a lot, or if you find me getting punished really stupid, be like, you know, just have him kind of like wake you up out of it. Be like, yo, you good? Shield, do that, you know, just something to help kind of keep you thinking
yeah,
so that you do it because that's what teammates are for really. They're not just to play with in like separate 1v1s, but they are like a, yo, you good? Yeah, I'm good over here, dude. You don't gotta worry about me. Go handle him. Like that communication aspect, I'm not sure how much you talk with him, but that is key to the best opponents or the best
yeah,
teams, and that's something I found playing with random people. It's just that constant communication, and when you try and do your own thing, it can sometimes be a little more difficult than it needs to be.
yeah.
But you're back though. I mean, you guys are definitely not in the best spot, but if you get it, I mean, they're both at kill percent, so I would definitely say this is your lead. Um, but you got your work cut out for you. How
I
do
think I just get bullied here.
how do you feel in 2v1 generally?
uh, I usually fold pretty hard in them.
Okay.
I just get nervous and I get bullied and mash and disadvantage
Yeah.
very quickly.
So, certain characters are better at 2v1s than others. I don't know particularly how well Incineroar does, but something to keep in mind is there are two ways that 2v1s are approached. You have the kind of lower level, not as respectful, both of them going at the same time. And you have
Yeah,
the, I would say, optimal one goes in, waits, or fights, and then the other one covers their openings so that you can't punish as effectively.
yeah,
Uh, if they're doing that first one, and top players will even do this first one, especially if you haven't given them a reason to, throw out attacks that cover multiple areas, or be ready to attack one direction and then cover your back, right? So like
yeah,
maybe you'll like down tilt one and then you like jump up air the other one, or jump back air the other one if you're on there. Thankfully, when I play like Olimar, I have really fast smashes that cover a lot of range, so I can do that. I can
yeah,
throw a lot of stuff. But with Incineroar, you kind of instead make the immediate space around you a threat as opposed to like shooting it out. So you could try something
yeah.
like that. But we'll keep an eye on what they do here. I think Nair would have been better there.
Probably.
So yeah, back thrown. Yep, yep, yep. You go for a down air here. Part
Yeah,
of that
that was just
mashiness, like you were
yeah, that
saying,
was
and that's just the hard part. You know, maybe you jump away and then you air dodge in, or you revenge if you think he's gonna hit you. That's a time to revenge, right? Like
yeah,
they are definitely on the offensive there, and you might get punished again by the Squirtle or something like that. But it's better than a down air, which has way more startup. Okay. And sometimes you're just not going to win a 2v1. If they're really good about it, you literally don't have an option. Um, but, so far there's been a couple instances where you were just attacking maybe not the best way. Have you tried maybe like grab ledge here and then wait? So you see how you wait a second, he shields and then he drop shield, drop down rising up air maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
You're doing these regular get up with this get up attack, and it's just like this is just crazy committal. And yeah,
yeah,
the Joker could punish, the 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 up air or something like that. But maybe you could mix it up. Maybe you do like a drop down rising up air, and then regrab ledge, and then
yeah,
hope he misses his punish, and then stuff like that. But like when you're going for those get up attacks, those are all or nothing. Because even if you do hit him, what's stopping the Joker from running and dash attacking you?
yeah,
So just you need to be more mindful of your attacks in those cases, I think, because it you don't have a lot of openings. So you need to make the most out of them and try and play in the least committal way as possible, while also kind of keeping them on their toes. And part of that is really paying attention to what they're doing, their timings when they want to go in, so that you can try and exploit that. Because they almost will play into those certain strategies, so they'll want to play really aggressive. They'll want, they're not going to camp generally. They're going to want to go in and clean it up. So that's something to keep in mind.
yeah.
All right, so game two, same characters. Back to PS2. Do you guys have certain stages that you like, or what was the thought process for this stage?
I think it. I think we just ran it back because they banned. We tend to like Battlefield and Small Battlefield,
Yeah. Okay.
and they banned those two stages. And I
Okay.
think our logic was just we thought we could win on this
For
stage.
sure, I totally understand that. I've done a lot of that as well, where it's like, yeah, and I don't think this stage was a detriment to you. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it, because it's good to at least have some idea of why you want to go to certain stages,
Yeah,
and I think that's totally adequate if they're banning maybe your more preferred stages. All right, goes to the power. Starting a little bit different here. So you run down, you go down, you down air, and then you just
immediate. Yeah, it was
mashing.
just mashing.
Just gotta be more aware, dude. Drop down, jump, or if you're gonna drop down with a down air like that, maybe react to what he does. Maybe go for, you know, give yourself a second to react. This is
Yeah,
offline. Then you do like, oh, I'm gonna rising aerial. If you're going for
yeah,
this is a hard read. He is going to run into me.
yeah,
Which is, it can work, but in that case when it doesn't work, then you go, okay, don't do that again. Make adjustment next time. Be
yeah.
ready to catch a jump. So he gets you with a combo there. I feel like something your Kirby player doesn't do enough is he's not like I get he's slow, but I don't. He's not even. He's barely trying to get over there to help you.
Yeah,
What's stopping him from like rolling or dash tacking through and being like, "Hey, get off my teammate."
yeah.
So that's something I would talk with him. Be like, "Hey, maybe you can try a little bit easier. I know you're slow and you can't always do it, or at least ask him. I don't know. Do you know if in this situation if you're like, "Hey, can I get a hand?" or were you feeling confident? Just
I
like
usually
that.
just say help.
Help? Okay. But I mean that's better than nothing.
Yeah,
Just something like that to try and get him off of you, or by some. Now he's getting in there, which is good. So that was good. But just stuff like that, I think, will help your longevity, especially with a character with a not necessarily the most exploitable recovery, but one that can be exploited.
yeah.
That was a good F smash on his part. Nice. Okay, you're doing well. I like that. I was exactly what I was thinking. Might have been able to grab there, but I think dash attack was also fine. And how he just up B me.
I think I just
So
fell
you
into an
get
up B.
back air,
I
but you
don't.
jump here.
Yeah,
We'll go frame by frame. Yeah, you jump,
yeah. I jumped right into
and
it.
then he catches you.
Should have just fallen.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like it's one of those kind of you just didn't see it coming. Like he back aired
Yeah,
you, and you probably weren't expecting him to just go straight to you and maybe fight your opponent. But he did just come
yeah,
down to his invincibility frames. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. He does.
So that's just one of those you recognize. Okay, he back air jumped me. I got caught. Pay more attention to my backside. Like you
Yeah.
were probably focused on this Joker.
Yep.
So part of that is kind of, paying attention to everything. And the one of the things you can do with doubles if you're not already doing is kind of look at it like a picture frame. So this is all information. You kind of just focus in where you need with yourself as generally the centerpiece. So you can be like, okay, I'm focusing now. Oh, then you kind of catch this in your peripheral, or you catch it. It's like, oh, he's coming to me, and you'd be ready for that. But that overall awareness is going to take you a lot farther than just like forcing your way in on someone.
Yeah.
So he waits here. I respect the attempt, and this is a common thing in center wars do. So that's just one of those, you just
Yeah.
guess wrong deals.
Yeah.
That's fine. And now you get hit, and I like the jump away here, but you're attacking.
Yeah.
You're like you're hoping he's going to be there when you get there, and this platform, the way he's doing it, like just pay attention like the beginning of the sequence. So you're over here, and you go, and then he starts with one up air. He goes for another. You see how he's constantly falling through the platform?
Yeah.
Like it's very rare that he's staying on the platform. So he's saying, "Hey, I can poke up here, no problem, but I don't plan on occupying this space for long." But you're coming down like as if he's going to. So you need to be careful of that. Maybe just respect it. Like there, you did it right. Like you jumped away,
Yeah.
you got hit, and you're like, "Okay, I'm out of here." But I think you could have avoided some of that by just kind of paying a little bit more attention to how he's trying to punish you. I like the layer there. See, you went for there. It was more deliberate. You're like down tilt, and then I'm gonna go for neutral B, and then I'm gonna be able to recover. That was Ivysaur being Ivysaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you know
Probably
this.
just shouldn't have gone out there, but
Well, so let's go back and see what happens. So you get your thing, you get your lariat, and then you go, and then Joker's there, and then you go for another lariat. What is he doing? he's
yeah.
he's just hanging out,
Yeah.
like he kills him, and he just
And
I,
right there, I just felt pressured to lariat because I didn't know
yeah,
what else to
yeah.
press. I have
I get
opponents
it.
on both
You have both
sides.
sides, and that makes sense. But like, he needs to be like, why is he running up and lariating?
Yeah.
You got knocked off stage, and his thought is, let me do a run grounded move the size of Kirby. Like, no,
Yeah.
that was on his bat. It was like you made a normal mistake, but it got exacerbated because you lost your partner
Yeah.
because he went for a bad option. So I don't know if he plans on watching this, but be a little bit more keen on your partner's terrible recovery. Um, so you get back air there, and then you get that. And I mean, so what I'm thinking here is you're probably DIing that way to
I
not
think I was going down and in. Yeah.
to not die, which then
Yeah.
combos.
Yeah.
Um, and you might have been able to recover if you DI'd out. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know
it's
the total workings of their Nair, of Ivysaur Nair, because there's a lot of nuance to it. I found it just sends you a
yeah.
lot of different ways. But that's one of those things where you might have to just trust that you're not going to die to the Nair and DI to not get comboed.
Okay.
But both your stocks have been lost to Ivysaur, and at this point, I would talk to your teammate and be like, "You need to handle Ivysaur. I'll fight Joker."
All right.
Because you're getting fucked up by this, and he's
Yeah.
clearly not giving you the support you're needing when you're in the corner. So let's see. It seems like he has swap now, which is good. You're doing much better. That Joker's gonna have a lot harder time killing you probably because he doesn't have the same type of combo as PT.
Yeah.
But now you're back to it, and like here, obviously you guys are getting messed up, so you can't just do whatever you want. But at this point, I would not go fight him. I would be like, let me go do this. And obviously the Joker's coming through to try and do something, but like you're F tilting this way, hoping he's gonna run in. You've been getting fucked up this
Yeah.
whole game by him. Can't do that. You
Yeah.
need to just like, what if I run and dash attack or side B this way, recoup with my teammate, and then we kind of build our wall back up, and then we get back into it. Or maybe you start fighting him, and then you can throw out like a move to knock away Squirtle if he runs in. But you're just like standing here trying to hold your ground, and it can work. I mean, you obviously get the hit there, but it just seems a little risky with the track record of this game.
Yeah.
So you get hit up, and you just
Yeah.
manage.
I match neutral B.
Uh try to, I don't want to say jump out of disadvantage, but try to like really just take some time when you're playing and just hit
Yeah.
nothing after you get hit. Just see
Yeah.
what
There was
happens.
no reason for me to press a button.
Let yourself kind of wait and react and just kind of take it as it comes in some cases. And then
Yeah.
the better you get at that, like learning to slow down is better because then you have to figure that out, and then you learn how to speed it back up, and then you get the best of both worlds. Okay, you live, thankfully. Alright, good get up attack. Good get up attack again, not rolling. He saw he wanted that.
That was a greedy dash attack.
Yes, it was. So, like, you're going to help your partner, I like. I guess I can see why you went for the dash. I mean, look where he is.
Yeah.
He just jumps out of there in time and you end up dying for it. Take your boy's stock, of course. So you're back into it. It's not unwinnable by any means. Um, so you get him, and now you just got to take care of the Joker probably. And I definitely think you should handle the Joker. I think your boy he's hit you a few times with those.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a little bit more keen on his part will help there because you don't want to give yourself as much percent, or at least call it out. Be like, yo, I'm exhaling, revenge, something like that.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. So you're fighting, you're whiffing. Happens. Okay, you back aired, you mash revenge. I thought the back air was gonna hit. You might have been on revenge had it done it, but you whiff, so you get down thrown. I like the nair there. See, that was one where it kind of made sense. Like you're at a lower percent, and he just goes all in, and then you get punished, or then you punish him. But then what happens after that nair? Let's see.
I just whiff a grab.
You whiff a grab. Okay, and that was probably because it was super low percent, super awkward spacing. Wasn't ideal. One of those things where you just mess up.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens. You don't always have the best play. We all make those mistakes. Then you get forward air to up air. You jump away good. Okay, go for the revenge of the neutral air dodge. A little risky, but you end up getting away, which is fine. And now you're fighting Joker, which is good. That's what you need. Nice. What is your boy doing? He's just standing there. Like he literally just stood there.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the inhale, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like running in and up tilting or back airing or something.
Yeah.
Because if I'm being honest, if I was a Ivysaur, I would not be scared of him if he's just standing there trying to inhale or something like that. Because now
Yeah.
look, now you're getting hit and now you're getting messed up because he went for some risky thing, and now you get punished for it. You're somehow back in this after that scuffle, thankfully, which is good. But yeah, he needs a little bit more decisiveness on his part, picking an option that's actually going to help, and not kind of just stand there and look like you know, a puffball. All right, good, nice and simple. That up air super good for juggling. I like that. And what you guys are doing is really good. Both of you aren't going in right now. It's kind of doing that weight. One of them covers the base, right? So you can try and
Yeah.
punish. I think you're playing it very wonderfully. But you got to be obviously careful with this Charizard, random flare blitz or some shit super scary.
Yeah.
So great plays there.
That's it.
Nice. That was really good. That was really good. I'm gonna be real, should have lost that game, but your character hits like a truck. You got some
Yeah.
some clutch stuff in there. Your boy needs to be a little bit more helpful.
Proactive.
Yes, and then if you can stop hitting so many buttons, if you can start hitting more buttons, you can probably find a happy medium. Or you could even be like in those instances where you were on the ledge, and be like, "Oh, you cover roll, I'll cover this," because that's what I do with my teammates sometimes, and that makes it so you don't awkwardly step on each other's feet, and you make it more
Yeah.
clearly defined role of who's going to cover what.
Yeah.
So going back, get your power. Okay, I see this.
Yeah. 'Cause-
I like that. See, like you get a quick hit on him, but you don't go into anything crazy, and now you're back to
yeah.
fighting the Joker. Okay. Unfortunate it happens. Okay. The Joker's definitely struggling to deal with you, which is good, and you both get your kills here. Really solid stuff. You guys are kind of sticking to your matchups that you seem to be doing better in. Much stronger game. And honestly, you're getting away with a lot of things, like they're kind of falling into your neutral B, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's some good. See, that's the kind of stuff I want to see from your partner. You're up here, Squirtle's coming out. He goes, "Nah, I'm all right, man. Like I'm gonna throw something out. I'm gonna make it awkward as hell for him, and then you're able to
Yeah.
get back." So something you do here with the forward air. So I see where you're going for because he's gonna catch. I mean, you weren't gonna probably catch him regardless. But what I like to do, especially when I catch someone on a small platform like this, is instead of opting for this horizontal spaced move where you have to fall, maybe you run under like this, and then you do a rising aerial, and you kind of linger
Okay.
with it, and it
Yeah.
occupies a lot of space because it's like you
Yeah.
only
Like a
have so much room to
run
jump.
under rising nair.
or run into rising up air and shark like that Ivysaur was doing to you earlier.
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
like that. I mean, the up air was not, or the forward air was not a bad attempt, but it's one of those things where like you're at an awkward spacing, so maybe running under. If he even shields it, you're poking at a really weird space. He can't punish it.
yeah.
Oh, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, I die for it, but it would have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, I honest to God thought you were gonna get hit by that. I thought it took too long, but you go for the jump read
Yeah,
and
I go for the
nice.
greedy side B.
But I mean, I get it. You guys have a lead. You're just like, all right, let's see if I can run with it. I totally
Yeah.
understand that. My static teammate's a Shulk player, so I know all about
Uh,
crazy risky plays. Goes smash and then dies at 30.
yeah, that's why I chose you because I was like, you played unconventional team comps,
Yes, yes. All right. No,
and
I've
then
I've
I just get ping ponged.
yeah. So let's see. You parry that. You jump away. Okay. You go for the back air. All right. You get grabbed here, and then your Kirby he comes in and tries to dare you, and then it's you're gonna get comboed. It happens. It's nothing crazy. Um, he catches you shielding, then it looks like you let go of shield, or you at least got grabbed there. You kind of hesitated, which is fine. It's like you're going to take some of those hits. It's just awkward interactions, or maybe you don't guess right. That's just something you kind of gotta see what you'd be like. Okay, I picked wrong here. You gotta be more aware next time, or try a different option next time. That's simple stuff that's easier to figure out. That was really good. Okay, sure.
Yeah, he just happened
If
to
he
hit
wants
his
to give it,
teammate.
yeah. Oh, that was unfortunate by the Kirby. Uh,
And then my nair just misses the
yeah, it's because
Zard
he does the
hitbox
pullback on
shift.
F smash. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go through that.
The idea there is that if that nair hits, it's a grab confirm,
Yeah,
and then it just doesn't
I
hit.
honest to God, looks like he like the axis to you a little bit
Yeah,
until he hits you, and that's just an unfortunate. I mean, those
yeah.
pullback F smashes are brutal, but
But he kills Joker
yeah,
for it.
he
So.
gets the
Oh,
up B
this is a
situation.
fun one. This is a fun one. This was a highlight of the tournament.
Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, getting the classic, dude. Oh, that was actually sick. Super strong plays there. That game felt much more better. Like you guys clearly made some adaptation from the first
Yeah,
game. You were a lot more on top of Joker, which was super good for you. Able to kind of tear him up. You hit like a truck. You can burn through Arsene really quickly with your hits too, which is really good.
yeah,
You've got a little bit more leeway there, and your teammate felt a little bit more competent about helping you out there. So just overall solid stuff. Just in some of those scuffles, you are going to take combos, team combos, and stuff like that. You just
yeah,
got to look at it and be like, oh, I got hit here because I got sandwiched, and there's not really anything you can do about that always. Except maybe go farther back and be like, maybe I should jump away, but that's just the nature of the game.
yeah,
Goes for it, misses it. And now Squirtle's back on you immediately. It's like they've seemed to have made a
yeah. They
shift,
know.
right?
They
So now it's up to you to let's see if you're gonna maintain the thing. I think your boy should probably not worry about gaining your power right now, just because they're all
yeah,
over you. Um, okay, I see why you went for that. Not too bad. You get grabbed at least. He's not gonna kill you off the grab too, so it's not the end of the world.
yeah,
I like the regular get up to shield there. That's exactly what I was thinking you should do. There again with the revenge, where I think a
yeah,
neutral air dodge might benefit you. Um, but it's a little bit awkward situation. But you end up getting away, so it's not the end of the world because you don't get hit by the second hit. Oh, I can't believe that traded.
yeah.
Nice.
It's a unique one.
Okay.
And then I just lost sight of the Joker. I should have paid more attention to
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was focusing a lot on this too, so that's why I just went back. Because I was super fixated on that. But yeah, he kind of just comes down. You weren't really paying attention to him, and then he back airs you. And that's
Yeah,
part of that. Can't hyper focus on what's in front of you, but you need to do the entire
yeah,
space. And since your Kirby was in kind of like a little bit more of a neutral state with him, they were feeling it out, and the Joker kind of just recognized. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, this is my free punish."
yeah,
So you get the lariat, not bad. Going back to Joker, which I like. I think that's once again exactly what we should do. Good up. Oh, the double up smash, nice. Okay. Oh, nice. See, so I'm talking about those up airs. Nobody's ready to dodge because it's so quick, right? So
yeah.
you were able to capitalize on that, get your kill super early, and now you're in a really good spot. You guys are up to stock. God, your boy loves hitting you. It's hard. It's hard to not hit your opponent. I get it, or your teammate, and it's not like he's trying to. Kind of just happens. Okay, what the hell
And
was
then I
this?
just ate like
So
60.
you F smash, it misses. You
Yeah.
get down aired, you miss the tech, and then I don't even know what he hit you with there.
An up air, I
An
think.
up
I
air,
think it was a
probably.
landing up air.
Probably a landing up air. You revenge because you're
Yeah, I
you're
thought the
you're
Joker would do
scared.
something.
You're like
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. It doesn't work. So I mean I get it. That's why that was another one of those revenges where I get it in that case because they're clearly like going on you, right?
Yeah.
It's just it didn't work out the timing. I mean he might have messed up his timing or he might have been ready for it. That's part of the risk of playing in Tenor. Then you get hit and then you jump away there, which is good. So that was one of those unfortunate sequences. You whiffed an F smash. And, maybe you should have just done an aerial instead. And he was like, "Nah, you're gonna eat your damage for it."
Yeah.
I liked the first bit of that recovery. I thought going low was really smart. Give your opponent or give your teammate more time to get back.
Yeah.
But then you jump,
Neutral bait.
and
Yeah.
I think regular get up would have just been the play there.
Yeah. Or even just jump neutral air dodge.
Yeah, like I mean, especially with your teammate coming back, you'd be like, "Yo, help!" And the cool thing is, if you regular get up, he's coming, right? Like he tries to grab it. Looks like if
Yeah.
you would have shielded, you would have been fine most likely. Like I
Yeah.
don't see him being frame perfect enough to punish you on that instance. So that jump was a commitment for sure. But you gotta have confidence in your shield. It's such a strong option against a lot of characters. Okay, okay, keeping it simple. Slowed it down a little bit. Good. I like the lariat there, knocking them both away. I thought you were gonna nair there. Funny enough. And the way you guys are playing it right now, I get it. You're obviously down, so you don't want to just run in. After having a pretty good lead, but you are gonna have to like make some plays. Like you've been pretty quick to pull the trigger in a lot of scenarios in the set so far, and now you're playing a little bit more patient. Like you're just sitting there, flicking your shield on and off. You go for a
Yeah.
dash attack, and you miss, and then you have tilt you, and then you expect the back air from the Joker, I assume.
Yeah.
So you get revenged, and then you get grabbed, and it spirals because
Yeah.
you went for an initial greedy option or a laggy option with that dash attack, very similar to the forward smash over here. It's literally the same exact scenario, just a different string of attacks you took.
Yeah.
Um, so if you're down and you want to play patient, okay, but maybe just stick to the safe aerial, stick to those lighter poking options, because you
Yeah.
with that dash attack, you're eating one of these. Okay, so you get tapped there by what back air, and then we gotta fix that habit. Can't be
Yeah.
can't be match and revenge. Try to pay attention to where you're getting hit and how. Right, like
Yeah.
you get clipped by back air in an awkward position over here. Very unlikely he's gonna hit you again. He could, I'm sure, if he like back aired again or dropped down, but he went for like an up air. Like it's just and you've got such a habit of doing it this set that if I was at Ivy Star, I'd be like, okay, he is absolutely mashing revenge. So I'm gonna go and grab him next
Yeah.
time. Or I'm gonna do this. So you need to pay more attention to when you're doing it because if you just use the move all the time and you're fighting someone who's catching on, they're just gonna keep waiting and whiff punish you.
Yeah.
Good jump. See, that was a solid revenge. All right, yeah, that worked, I guess. I mean, it was a trade. You took your F smash. He took the FB, you took the F smash, but you ended up getting the stocks. So I guess it worked out. Like the lariat there, noticing he had the invincibility, so you couldn't grab him immediately. Uh, what the? Why is he just? I like using Kirby up to beat a poke, but I just don't know if that was the play doing it like 3 times there, or 2 times, or however many times did it. 3 times. I just feel like he could have been doing more. Like you're in here getting kind of like you're fighting, you get F smashed, and then it hit. Yeah, yeah, he just shouldn't have done that. You, I don't even know how to feel about that. Like I feel like you died because he gave a free situation for. Oh, all right. I feel like you died because he gave a free situation for them.
Yeah.
So do you end up taking the stock, or does he end up?
If this is the game, I think it is. He brings it back to a last stock scenario, and
Okay,
then I take the stock and throw the game.
nice. I'm familiar with that one.
Yep.
Um, okay, we'll see what happens then.
I think he gimps
The
the Joker.
classic, the
Yep.
classic. I've got a Kirby in
Yep.
my region who is all
And then
for
I
that.
take the stock and he gets F thrown. Yep.
Okay, and now it's
And
his
then
rounds.
I throw.
All right, all right. Okay, get the forward there. You're playing a little bit patient now, kind of retreating back. Make it see. You're doing really good. You're kind of outside of his
Yeah,
range
this
to
is
make sure you
great.
punish.
And then I decide to be dumb.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I
You
get caught by the
you
nair and I die. Yep.
100% deserve that. I mean,
Yep.
you just.
Yep. Yep. I should have just sat on ledge. Yeah. I
Oh
just threw it.
man.
Yep.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, you already know what to do there. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just sit on ledge.
I
I've
can
clearly been able to outplay them on ledge,
I
and
can
I just chose not to.
only imagine the look of disappointment your teammate gave you.
Uh yeah.
That's an L that sits with you for the rest of the night. That's your
Yep.
fault. You know it, and
Yep.
you already know what to do. So we're gonna go on to the
Yep.
next game. Look,
Yeah, I absolutely could have just sat on ledge and probably hit
I
a neutral B and he would have died.
totally understand. I was teaming with Shuton once, and we were at game two, up a game. We were fighting double banjo. We got in a 2v1 against a banjo player, and we both died. And I never
And
felt so dumb in my life. That two of the best
yeah,
Olimars on the planet getting slapped up by a single
yeah.
banjo is
If we
depressing.
make it to another set, there's another one where a Greninja hydro pumps me while I'm in a DDD, and
Oh
I just
wow,
get killed by that, and it's not fun.
that sounds that sounds crazy. Good interception by the Kirby there, kind of getting him off you. And now they're doing the ping pong, and that's what it is. Just take the damage. Just work on getting back to the stage. All right, get the side B. A little greedy on the dash attack, I think. Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
Maybe you just thought Joker's still gonna be down there, but that's another one of those run under shark with an aerial or something like that.
yeah.
Or
And then I
even
get,
what's
yeah.
up?
I was gonna say, and then after the dash attack, I miss space and I get hit by the Kobe up B.
Yeah, yeah,
Because the idea was to sit right behind the Kobe up B
yeah,
and
yeah.
hit the Squirtle after.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And you get punished for it because you did what exactly?
Uh, Neutral.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right, yeah, your favorite.
yeah,
And again with the up Bs, what my man's got to learn to support you. He can't. He cannot just be doing that.
yeah,
Like it's that. Yes, you fucked up, but you are allotted more mistakes and doubles in certain ways if your teammate is there to cover them. If you're like,
yeah,
something I like to do with my partner is when like they'll be charging a smash or something and they hit it and they'll jab them or throw a purple at them in my case or something like that.
yeah.
Help support them. Him,
Like if the Kobe just dash attack to the Squirtle
yeah,
or
or like
me.
run up and like up air up here or something. Do
Yeah,
something except spamming up B in a corner.
yeah,
Because that does literally nothing, and this is a theme with him. So I would definitely
yeah,
tell him, be like, bro, I need you to come support me a little bit more. You can't be sitting back there. Just run around, throw out some moves, and make him respect that option, or make it a little bit harder. Or hell, yeah, like you said, even dash attack. Maybe he hits you with dash attack and then sour spot, and you fly away and you're not dead.
yeah.
No, I feel about you going right down and immediately fighting Squirtle.
Yeah, I probably could have just either waited since the Joker was in disadvantage and dropped off Angel platform to hit the Joker,
Yeah, it's like
or
what
just stood still.
what I think happened is you recognize Joker and Kirby are fighting, so you're like, I'll take the other one.
Yeah,
And that's not a bad thought process to have, and I mean you could make it work because there really is no like true certainty in a lot of these situations. But you could have also ran over it with invincibility, run at Joker, make him deal with that. Your Kirby's still there, maybe double team him real quick, knock Squirtle away if you need to, or be like, yo, let's switch, right? Like you can definitely verbalize like, let's swap. I'll take this. I'll take this,
yeah,
and that's part of you doing really well is you sticking on Joker, and that's why that last game they were so out the gate on top of you.
yeah.
I think you could have nared there instead. I feel like you're not naring on shield as much, and that tends to be your safest aerial most of the time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're going for a lot of this forward air, so that's something I think you could do as well. Like it's okay to just hit those pokes. Okay. Yeah, you just throwing it out every time you get hit now, so you need to be a little bit more aware of that. I think just you don't always
yeah,
have to throw it out like that. You can just do other stuff. Part of playing as a heavy like this or being scary is them having that uncertainty. And if you're doing it all the time, then they're not uncertain when you're gonna throw a move out there, just waiting for it.
yeah.
Good F tilt. You get back here though, unfortunate. I mean, the stocks are technically even, but this is definitely not your favor.
Yeah.
You're doing alright here, though, for the most part. Okay, go for the up tilt a little slow. Okay. I was wondering, like, if you were going to run in, but you went for the follow-up with the fair, so that wasn't too bad. He misspaces that, thankfully for you. Good
Yeah.
parry. See, that's the type. That's a good example of when you use revenge, right? Like you do it, you know, you see him up there, and now you
Yeah.
recognize. Let me go for my thing. Bam, get a combo. Or not revenge with the armor, or whatever it was in that case. But
Yeah,
like
the
that,
armor on side B.
that's those kind of examples where you can do it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I've seen your Kirby use dash tech this entire set. Good attempt, but yeah, he's just his fascination with Cutter is a little overboard. I think because it's not as effective as he would like. See how they're playing back? They're retreating. They're putting up walls and they're running back. They'll let you guys kind of run in and retaliate for them.
Yeah.
That's something where it's okay to maybe recompose yourself and go like, we keep getting punished going in. Let's take a second and recalibrate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He's dead, I guess. So that's worth it. I like the holding shield there. All right. Good. Good. The Kirby, man. What is the Kirby doing? He's throwing attacks out. Okay. Where? What? What? Ah, your boy. Send him this. Send him this so he
I will.
learns to support you. Okay, good, good. Spot dodge a little optimistic. I think shit would have been fine. That's looking a little rough.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Throws
Yeah.
in and doubles 2v1s are especially damning. Um, I think that's actually a really good place to end it because I can give you some closing thoughts and we can kind of
All right.
discuss some stuff in the last few minutes. Um, Not terrible. I see the foundation you guys have, and you guys definitely do like to try and bounce off each other, like follow up on certain combos, do certain things like that. The important thing for you especially is trying to break that autopilot. I'm sure your teammate has it too. It's just for him I wasn't paying as much attention, but kind of breaking that autopilot, trying to be a little bit, not even a little bit, a lot more aware, and you can start practicing in singles and then carry it on doubles and just being aware of not only yourself but the game. So you're not excuse me, hyper focusing on who's in front of you, but you're also paying attention to there's someone back there, or
Yeah.
so on and so forth, as well as just making sure you're catching yourself, not mashing revenge out of stuff, or not mashing
Yeah.
neutral B or spot dodge, because realistically, you did not hit a lot of those revenges this game or this set.
No, I
No,
didn't.
you were whiffing so many of them, and at that point, you have to ask yourself, like, are my revenges, are my down Bs that predictable? Like, why aren't they working?
Yeah.
So that's something I want you to take. And doubles tends to be a little bit more hectic. So if you can get that kind of leg up and get a little bit more not like read based, but just more comfortable in kind of having that awareness, it can give you a big leg up on the opponent because they might not be as
Yeah.
dialed into that.
I think a part of the problem with Revenges is up until Grands, we're not playing good
Oh,
players.
I know.
I
Yep.
put it bluntly. So they're just pressing more buttons, and the Revenge is working against bad players.
Yeah.
But the moment I play somebody who's prepared for it, it folds because they're
I
prepared for it.
totally understand what you mean. I mean, I'm better than like 99%. Actually, I'm better than probably my whole region. Yeah, I would say that. But like most of them don't even hold a candle, especially in doubles, like me and my partner are teaming. Um, and it is hard to kind of hit that switch in your head and go, okay, now I'm fighting good players. But
Yeah.
one of the advantages of especially being in something like grand finals is you have a lot of games to
Yeah.
adjust.
I needed to adapt. and drop the revenging
Do
a
you
lot, a
guys,
lot.
you and your teammate, because obviously when you lose, you'll discuss like stage or whatever. But are you
Yeah.
talking about why you're losing? Are you like, yo,
Uh,
I was struggling with this or that or that?
Generally like a sentence or two, but not a ton. We usually try to just figure out like I know after the first set where I kept getting bullied by the Ivysaur,
Yeah.
we verbally said I got to take the Joker,
Yes.
and we tried to do that.
Yes. That type
And
of
I
stuff
mean,
is
you
good.
saw that it started to happen, but
Yes.
it's hard to run away from a
Well,
Squirtle
it
when you're the
is,
slowest character in the game.
and the opposing team's probably like, okay, yeah, I need to stand the Incineroar here. I'll do this. You take
Yeah,
that, and they were, you're fighting their adaptation as well. Um, Something I've found is coming up with like micro strategies in a sense, right? So like, for myself and my teammate on Civil, something we like to do. We were fighting Mars and Light at Frostbite last year,
yeah,
and the set win is pretty much like this. It's like in our 1v1s we do pretty good, but we would struggle to really keep up with them because they're playing Fox Zero Suit and those characters can just have crazy frame data. It can get really overwhelming. But we were like, okay, so we got to stay together. If we kind of form like a almost like a little like hubble around each other, we can cover each other. Like you'll take the air, I'll take the ground in that sense, right? And we
yeah.
were able to kind of and we would shit on them in those interactions
All right.
because like we would reinforce our weak spots. Like so, Olimar, very grounded character, he thrives with a teammate who can occupy that space, right?
Yeah,
So in your case, you could be like, I'll cover, maybe like the ground with Incineroar, or maybe the air, and you want to leave Kirby on the ground, stuff like that. You can talk through those strategies. You don't always need to be like. Take Squirtle or something like that. You'd be like,
yeah,
hey, I was struggling here getting back. What if maybe, you can come help me a little bit more if we're there, or maybe we try a different stage where I'm not on the ledge of the platforms aren't there. Like really get that dialect going between you and your teammate so you can
yeah,
talk about it, figure it out. And you won't always be able to figure it out at the moment. I mean, obviously everyone loses. But after the set, I mean, this gets your static partner, sit down and be like, yeah, so that was tough. Like, what do you think, and create some strategies. And then you might have to do them until they kind of stick at the wall, so to speak. You might have to try stuff out. It might not always work. But part of that process is trying those new things, but you need to put your trust in him, and likewise, vice versa, and be comfortable in being like, hey, I'm really struggling in this spot. How about you help me here? And if you also said he plays Meta Knight, right?
yeah,
Maybe swap Meta Knight. Maybe you need that speed,
yeah,
right? You're fighting two high mobility characters between Squirtle and
yeah,
Joker. You're Incineroar. If he can't get to you, ditch Kirby. Go Meta Knight if that's his thing.
yeah,
You're not. He's not locked into that solo main, so that could have been a conversation to have. Be like, how about we go Meta Knight? Maybe we go somewhere like Smashville. Keep the platform center. Then we can shark on it really well. Meta Knight, great up air sharking. Incineroar, great up air sharking, and then you can do stuff like that. Support each other. He can get over to the map a lot easier to help you when you're struggling, or if you do want somewhere bigger. Just that kind of conversation is going to progress your guys' growth a lot faster. It won't always give you the answer. It won't always make you win, but it's going to get you a lot more synergized as a team and a lot more comfortable with adapting.
all right.
Um, do you have any like last minute questions or anything like that?
No, I think you covered everything.
Yeah, I tried, like I said, first time doing this, so it's a little rough. I think you guys are in a solid foundation. Just he work on supporting each other really well, talking through it mid game, be like, yo, I need help, I need this, I need this. Have your boy stop spamming up B. Um, you got to work on, and he'll probably need to work on it too. But in those singles games, really try and hold yourself accountable. Think about why things aren't working. That's gonna help your doubles game so much because doubles is like 50% awareness and
Yeah,
50% skill. That's why you can have a player, like no offense, but like in your case, you're like, oh, it's first, second, third of the tournament, and then me who went 1-2. You can
yeah,
be, all right in singles and not have that immediate I can outthink my opponent, but in doubles where your awareness or your other aspects are good, it can reinforce those. So you guys could make that super strong doubles team, and beat these guys and do that if you just reinforce those habits, get better. Because it did seem like the opposing team here was a little bit better at
yeah,
enforcing their strategies and stuff. So they were
yeah,
probably either better at dissecting it or they were talking about it more.
yeah. They were definitely communicating more.
And that communication is the biggest thing. But I think that's the general thing I would work on for you. That awareness, kind of fighting off that autopilot, mash buttons never in there. And if you do it, you need to be always asking yourself, did it work? Yes, no, and then kind of branch off. If it didn't work, why? If it did work, okay, and then recognize that it works. But then when it doesn't work, really pay attention to it.
All right.
Um,
That makes sense.
yeah, but I will get you this lesson sent probably by the end of the week on YouTube. All right, I'll send you a link for it.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good day.
You too.